Hello, it's the Everyday Man back with another video, this one on security. Security for your e-bikes, right? There's so many options out there. I don't know about the rest of you, but I got totally confused. And it seems like the more I researched it, the more confused I got. So I decided to get this Kryptonite chain with the built-in lock. There's no padlock to it. This particular one is 5 foot long. It cost me $70. Thinking about, and this is why I'm making the video. I didn't know what size to get. They sell 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, and this one is about the longest you can buy. It's 5 foot. So I bought 2 of these, 5 foot long, for both our bikes. It's my wife's bike, this is mine. And my thought is not to use them on the e-bike rack when we're traveling, because I don't plan on leaving it on the rack when I'm not there. So I don't need this heavy duty lock for that. What I do need it for is once we get to the RV park where we're staying for over a week, I'm gonna need to chain it up to something. Maybe a picnic table, maybe there's a pole in the ground at the RV site, maybe somehow to the RV bumper. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. However, I wanted to get something that was long enough to be able to go around. I think what's very important is to go around the back tire and the frame of the bike. And what I wanted to show you today is just, here's a 5 foot length. I want to show you how this fits on this one, and then I'm going to put them both together. What I'm standing behind is my floor jack. And the reason I've got this floor jack here is simply that it's the only thing I can find in my garage that has a pretty good solid pole on it. And I know this isn't a stationary object. I'm just using it, I guess, as a prop for the video to wrap around and see how much chain length I really need. So let's take a look at first chaining up the first bike. Okay, so this is the chain unboxed. Like I said, I have 2 of them, 1 for each bike. And let's put this through. I have to say, again, I'm not telling you to buy this one. This is Kryptonite. I really like this. I think it's nylon, but I really like the cover that's over the chain. And I'll show you a close-up of this. This is really heavy-duty chain. I want to say this particular one is 9mm, which is one of the largest there is. And I don't know if it's hardened or not. What, you know, all the marketing that they'll tell you about it. The other thing I do like about this particular one is there's no padlock that you need extra. You stick this in here, turn the key, and it locks it in. So, you know, for what it is, that's how it works. Well, I would think the best way is through this center. That's a solid frame. You can put it through the spokes here pretty easily. I've got the dry lube on here so it's not making a mess with the chain. Plug for my other video. And I've got a lot left over. Actually, I've got more left over than I thought I would. You can see. So plenty to go around. You know, I mean, that could be a pretty good sized tree to go around. So I'd say this is a good length for this. I will tell you this, it's super heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but it weighs a lot. And I would not think you'd want to be carrying this on the bike. I want to get the chain through both bikes and around a pole or a tree. Let's see how that works out. Well, that's kind of interesting. It actually fits. I'm going to come around and show you the other side. I'll tell you, it hardly fits. Okay, so you can see I just barely have enough to get around that. The pedal looks like it wants to get in the way. So as you saw, it barely fits. It doesn't fit good enough for my liking because I don't know what size I need to lock up to. There's no free play. For me anyway, I'm gonna use both chains. And don't chain your bike to each other, and don't just chain your bike up. You need to chain it to a stationary object, a pole in the ground, a tree, something that they can't pick the bike up and drag it away even if it's chained up. That kind of makes logical sense, right? But with that said, I'm the everyday man. I'm very glad that I'm getting comments on some of the other videos, and I'm putting them all into a playlist. So if you like one or two of them, look for that playlist and you'll get to see some of the other ones. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.